symposium plus exhibition. We thought it will be a good idea to brief you because it's being held for the first time. Without wasting much of your time, I will request Additional Secretary Sanjay Jajuji to give a brief presentation. After that, I request Defence Secretary Dr Ajay Kumar to give his remarks, and then we will take some questions. Thank you.
Thank you, respected Defence Secretary, and a very good afternoon to all of you friends from our media. Friends, you're all aware of the importance of artificial intelligence in the modern age, and you're also aware that in the ministry we have had a task force which was constituted, which looked into the entire gamut of areas in which artificial intelligence could be used. A lot of use cases were created. Defence Artificial Intelligence Council and Defence Artificial Intelligence Agency was also constituted within the Ministry of Defence. And over the last 4 years, we have been making significant efforts to ensure that we start working on the use cases which were spelled out and come up with products which could be of importance and utility in the areas of artificial intelligence and which could be used in defense. Monday is a historic day. Arguably as far as the product expo is concerned, one of our biggest events. 75 products are being launched in an event presided over by the Honorable Raksha Mantri, Honorable Raksha Mantri, and members of the services, academia, industry, and all the stakeholders will be present in a function that's happening in Vigyan Bhavan. It's a half-day long function that we have, starting with the launches, the product launches that we'll be doing. It also has the exhibition section, plus at the same time it also has multiple panels in which we have got a very good participation coming in from the members of the industry, academia, who will be deliberating on various areas that concern artificial intelligence and its use in defense. We have also circulated a small press note, although you will get to know about all these products, 75 products, on Monday. Importantly, these products are coming in from a complete spectrum of the public sectors, contributions coming in from the private sector, contributions coming in from the startups, contributions coming in from our research organizations, from DRDO, and so you have a complete spectrum of products that have been put out, and all these products are going to be unveiled in the form of a coffee table book that is being brought out, which will also be an e-book, created as an e-book, and will also be placed in public domain. As a curtain raiser, we'll also be giving out 10 marquee products today for your understanding, so that you can have a look at it. But you will have 75 products being unveiled on Monday in the event that's going to happen in Vigyan Bhavan. So as I mentioned, these are products coming in from all the stakeholders. As I mentioned to you, many of these products are also being actually created by the services themselves. We have all the PSU, the startups. Some of these startups are also being incubated under IDEX, and actually some of these challenges also were thrown under IDEX, but now they have come to their logical culmination in the form of a product which is being launched. Just give you the areas in which these products are classified. Some of these products are required by our industry in terms of their automation efforts. Some of these are also required directly by the services in terms of providing the autonomy and the unmanned systems. And of course, we have the C4 ISR. Majority of the products you will realize are falling under this particular category. Cyber security, human behavior analysis, intelligent monitoring system, and in fact in the human behavior analysis you will find a very interesting product which is created by one of our public sector companies, which actually looks at a driver and can provide alert to the driver in case he's sleepy. Yeah, he's sleepy and stuff. So a product that actually, and so this also goes to signify that many of these products will also have implications and uses outside military. So this is how the dual use aspect of this also would get highlighted in some of these products. Then the intelligent monitoring system, the logistics and the supply chain management, again both the dual uses are possible, but here many of these have been deployed in the applications required in the services, within the services. And of course speech, voice analysis systems and perimeter security systems, many of these products are also going to be brought under this category. Next. Besides the artificial intelligence in defense event, we are also making use of this opportunity to award our defense top exporters, one from the public sector and one from the private sector. What we had also done is, as a precursor to this event, a month ahead, we had started a program with the students, and in order to generate AI ideas from the students. And large number of students from across the country have participated in this over the last 1 month, and we will be awarding the top 3 ideas that have come into us over the last 1 month from the students. We are calling it Gen Next AI Ideas. So 3 students are going to be awarded, but at the same time we'll have representation coming in from various students, and they're also going to be part of the various panels which have been created for this event. So these are the panels, friends. The first one is deploying AI in defense. Here we have the presentation coming in from the services on the AI progress and the roadmap, and this is followed by a panel discussion in which you will have members from the services, DRDO, academia and industry. Session 2, as I was mentioning, is the student session, which is the Gen Next AI solutions. Interactive session with students on opportunities in AI in defense, and we'll also have members from academia and DRDO. And then we have the defense industry perspective, which is equally important, and this perspective is going to come to you from the industry members. So we like to request all the members of the media to join us for this event. It's an early start event because Raksha Mantri ji has some commitments later. So it actually starts at 9:30, but we request
9 a.m.
Yeah, so 9 a.m. participation request to all of you.
Because our roads are blocked, that's it.
And we hope that this will be a trailblazing event, and this is only going to be a start of a mega process which will bring in artificial intelligence into our military preparedness. Thank you very much.
Friends, as has already been mentioned, on Monday we are going to have a program which will launch 75 products, technologies, solutions which are powered by artificial intelligence and have applications in defense. This is possibly the largest single event of this nature where so many products are being launched, and the significance of 75 is also because we are happy that we are launching it as part of Azadi ka Amrit Mahotsav effort to drive greater Aatmanirbharta in defense. The I do not have to say this, you all know how the nature of modern warfare is changing. And it is well recognized that artificial intelligence will play a very significant role in all forms of modern warfare, whether it is in the weapon systems, whether it is in the logistics and management, whether it is on human behavior, and so forth. It is with this objective that in 2018, the Ministry of Defence had created a task force to work out an action plan to prepare the armed forces and enhance their preparedness with respect to artificial intelligence. Based on the recommendations of that task force which was set in 2018, a lot of work has happened, and I am very happy to say that all organizations of Ministry of Defence have participated very actively in this effort, and therefore you will find participation by all agencies, the services, the DRDO and the defence public sector undertakings who have created these products. These are actually products which are tested, tried and are either already under deployment or are going to be deployed. I would take this opportunity to specifically compliment all the people who have worked behind these technologies and made it possible in a short period of time. This event is in continuation of our effort to continuously upgrade our initiatives in artificial intelligence. We have also set up a high-powered council headed by Honorable Raksha Mantri called Defence Artificial Intelligence Council, which is spearheading this whole initiative. All the agencies of the government, including all the DPSUs, have identified their action plan with respect to products that they have to develop. And not to miss out, a lot of participation has also come from industry and startup in this whole initiative. While we are launching 75 products which are today already in ready state, I am also happy to say that over 100 products by different organizations are in process and development. We are also in process to develop necessary infrastructure for Ministry of Defence in terms of processing and storage of data. As you know, artificial intelligence feeds on data, so that we are able to work closely on certain classified applications within Ministry of Defence. So it is a big day as far as we are concerned when this initial steps that we had taken in 2018 have seen fruition, and we are moving steadily but strongly in this direction of modern warfare. Thank you.
Can I have a few questions that kindly focus on today's subject? Because you all know Ministry of Defence is vast and there are unending number of issues that if we focus on them, then we will lose the essence of today's press conference.
So, as you mentioned, certain of these products are already being deployed. And so, what's the outcome of how much they are useful?
So, if a product is deployed, it is that itself shows if it's not useful, you don't deploy it. For example, BEML is today providing this solution of which enables a driver give an alert to a driver who may sleep while driving, and they are today put it as part of all the vehicles which they are today selling for various purposes, from dozers or
all the
Earth
mover equipment and all that, where they are using, they are putting it as parts. The driver, in case of weariness, he falls asleep. Before he falls asleep, he gets an alert, and then the vehicle stops. Similarly, a lot of autonomous vehicles today, they are already being deployed. I will give you example of Goa shipyard, which has created a autonomous vessel for which they have got demand from several agencies, both civil and military. because this vessel can travel itself and collect surveillance data or whatever task it is assigned on any route which is assigned to it. So all the solutions which have been developed are deployed, or in some products are getting launched for the first time on the function on 11th, and we will see their deployment as we go.
Sir, a little clarification, sir, from the presentation which Raju sir made. Sir, you are going to award the exporters also. So could you give the number of exports last fiscal?
Sanjay, about 30.
Yeah. So this year we've recorded 13,000 crore of export, which is the highest ever export numbers that we recorded in defense. And as you are all aware, this is almost 8 times of what we were, say, about 4.5, 5 years back. So there has been a good progress. Of course, 2 years of COVID was a bit of a setback, but this year we have been able to record a good progress. Yes.
Ending 22, no?
21-20. Yeah. So we are rewarding one private sector and one public sector organization, which gave us the best numbers.
And so when we say exports for the defense products from the private sector and from the defense sector, which was the biggest exported item?
So it's a private sector which is contributing now close to about. It used to be about 90%, but last year our public sector companies also did well. So I would say now the ratio is almost 70-30. 70% coming in from the private sector, 30% is around coming in from our public sector companies.
So just to seek a clarification, so this includes the subparts and assemblies and components made
Yes,
by
so
everyone.
Our definition is like this. I mean, because otherwise if we count it, the numbers will be very difficult for us to count. So we have created definition. Definition is that we have something called as COMET 6 category under the munitions category, for which authorizations are required to be given by the Department of Defence Production, both for components as well as for platforms. So whatever comes to us in terms of the authorizations is the number that we are able to record. So this is the number that we report every year.
So sir, that means that somebody is making a wing for Boeing, that is not recorded here.
So somebody is making a wing for a Boeing, which is going into a military.
Exactly. So unless this is seen as a military equipment and for which specific defense authorization is required, we do not count that. So if you look at large number of aero components which do not require military authorization, is not counted as part of defense exports.
Yeah, I was wondering that.
But this is only what requires, whether it is component or platform, which requires specific defense authorization, which is list 6 under this COMET list. There is a category of equipment which requires defense authorizations, which we provide. Only those are counted.
Because otherwise the aerospace exports are way above 40,000, 50,000 crore.
अभी आपने जैसे कहा कि 75 कल लॉन्च हो रहे हैं, मंडे को लॉन्च हो रहे हैं और 100 प्रोसेस में है, तो क्या इसमें कोई ऐसा AI पावर्ड रोबोट भी है जो फ्यूचर में बॉर्डर के लिए काम आ सकता है? तो चाइना और दूसरे कंट्री ने इस तरह के रोबोट तैनात करने शुरू भी कर दिए हैं।
बिल्कुल है, आपको जब वो लिस्ट मिलेगी, वो इनफैक्ट इसमें से
आप आइए, परसों आइए,
आपको हम किताब भी देंगे और साथ में उसको हम
देखिए भी उसको, शायद कुछ लोग
question to add to that. Are there any specific products, AI-driven products that are specifically meant for high altitude region?
So as I told you, there are all categories, in fact all terrain related, but we have classified them into those broad 5 categories, broad 7-8 categories that I told you. In terms of platform automation, then autonomous systems, we have about 10 products. We also have C4 ISR, almost about 15-20 products. Cyber security related, and then intelligent monitoring systems. I think that is again equally important both for the law enforcement agencies as well as for military. They are there. Manufacturing maintenance, logistics, supply chain, and speech voice analysis systems using natural language processing. And some of these are also deployed. So that's also a very important area in which AI is being used. So you will find this entire list of 75 along with the name of their producer. And some of these also will be on display during the exhibition.
Yes.
So, Snehesh Philip here from the print. Just want to find out, sir, the software for all these AI products that have been there, the software and the codes are all Indian, are Indian, or are these companies also using software which is foreign software or foreign codes?
So, most of the design development of these products is Indian. But today, as you know, there is, if you're buying a chip, it has embedded software.
Yeah.
So there is nothing called complete, technology, but the product which has been designed and developed is totally indigenous.
Sir, have you told them to keep out Chinese chips or there's some benchmarking?
We have certain protocols that we follow, and we continue to follow those protocols.
So the
On the exports, the 30,000 crores.
13.
30. If you would give us any of the list of countries that are buying from us, anybody in particular.
Sure.
Or region breakup percentage wise.
Yeah, so broadly the numbers are, as you know, United States is one of our important countries. But here this time, because we also supplied some platform, we are supplying some platforms to some major countries, as you know. Philippines is also in in our list.
Absolutely.
We also have so we also have that in the list. We also have Southeast Asia. We also have Middle East. We also have Africa. So broadly, this is the whole list of the countries that are there.
So out of these 75, how many are the standalone systems and how many are being already introduced or integrated with the existing systems?
So as AI, AI on its own has no meaning. AI has to be put on a particular software. I mean, AI also is a software. It's ultimately a code. So you will all this has been deployed on a particular code. And as you understand, all these things are also part of the machine learning. So it's like today it will have some degree of effectiveness. After 1 year's usage, more and more usage will generate data for it, and that will in itself create learning for it. And over a period of time, it will train itself. So this is the whole model of an artificial intelligence product.
I think, and you could have your own conclusions once you have the list with you, so you can take a call yourself. What is
is facial recognition also very much a part of this effort? And if at all, are FR facial recognition technical, such kind of products, are they also being given?
I think facial, I don't remember, but
They are there.
It is there. Facial recognition is also
They're
there.
there, and
Yeah, that's what I remember.
in fact, AI-enabled gesture recognition also. AI-enabled gesture recognition is also one of the product. AI-enabled forensic search for videos is another product. AI-based intrusion detection and integrated command system, we're calling it Sarvatra Pehchan. It's also there as one of the products. So have a look at these products, and we'll also give top 10 marquee products today for. You can then WhatsApp it to all of them.
Some of the products we'll share on display also.
Sir, regarding defense exports, one issue has been, having there are a lot of measures taken in the recent years, but one issue remains is the defense attaches in the particular countries. For example, Philippines, we don't have a full-fledged defense attache there, and we are selling a lot of scope to sell. So, is something being done at that particular aspect?
So we are, the defense attaches have been sensitized today.
So, appointing new attaches.
Yeah, so defense attaches have been sensitized to actively participate, and they are actively participating in the defense export promotion. We have also approved a scheme which is available to the missions, Indian missions abroad, for marketing our defense exports, and certain as per that scheme, assistance is available for carrying out those events which will promote defense attaches, which will promote defense exports. As regards defense attaches, I think we review this from time to time, and whenever there is a felt need that there is need for more, at that time appropriate decision is taken.
And what also happens is, although we have 40 odd defense attaches right now, but they cater to about 85 odd countries. So it's not as if, and when we provide funding, we also ensure that that part is taken care of.
सर मोस्ट ऑफ जो प्रोडक्ट्स हैं वो बेसिकली डिफेंस रिलेटेड एआई प्रोडक्ट्स हैं, तो क्या तीनों सेनाओं के साथ इसका इस्तेमाल पैरामिलिट्री भी कर सकेगी? और दूसरा सवाल मेरा इससे जुड़ा हुआ है सर कि क्या ये हमारे परमानेंट जो हैं वही यूज़ करेंगे या अग्निवीर भी इसका इस्तेमाल करेंगे?
ये तो प्रोडक्ट, हमारे जो प्रोडक्ट्स हैं वो कुछ प्रोडक्ट्स तो डुअल यूज़ हैं, जो केवल मिलिट्री जो डुअल यूज़ प्रोडक्ट्स हैं वो मिलिट्री के साथ साथ सिविल मार्केट भी यूज़ कर सकेगी।
और हालांकि हमने जो ये 75 की लिस्ट है ये सब हमारे मिलिट्री या पैरा मिलिट्री के रिक्वायरमेंट्स के प्रोडक्ट्स हैं।
नहीं जो इनके डुअल यूज़ प्रोडक्ट्स हैं वो सिविल भी यूज़ कर सकेंगे।
बट हमने जो लिस्ट किए हैं मतलब उसमें मिलिट्री यूज़ डेफिनेटली है।
और अग्निवीर वाला सर जो कि
सिविल भी कर पाएगी तो अभी आज सब लोग करेंगे।
ठीक है, थैंक यू वेरी मच।
Sir, there are major issues with line of credit which India has opened to Africa and all these private players, even in a recent visit to I think one of the African nations, are getting issues with law. This issue which had come up, so is that definitely that has been flagged at the ministry level as well. So, is there any progress on that?
No, so defense line of credit is run by Ministry of External Affairs, and we are working very closely with Ministry of External Affairs, and several countries today we have our defense line of credit which has resulted in successful export of equipment. We have very successfully exported lot of equipment to Vietnam based on defense line of credit. We have recently offered some other countries, maybe it may not, I don't know if it is in public, but we are today working with them. Whenever the issue comes, we discuss with Ministry of External Affairs and try to resolve them. So we discuss with them and we try to resolve those issues from time to time.
Thank you.
Thank you.